Here is your tarot message for November 15th. We have the Queen of Cups. So the energy I'm sensing with this is a few things. So we're being called to tap in more into our divine feminine. Now the thing is, often, the divine feminine has been portrayed sometimes as just being too, more the sensitive, and that's true, but there is the true feminine holds the mixture of the feminine and the masculine, just like the true masculine holds feminine energy within itself too. So it's all about balance, right? It's about tapping into both, and being the queen means being the Queen of Cups represents not allowing the emotions that we tell ourselves. So the emotions are the stories attached to the feeling. So it's about acknowledging the feeling, but letting go of the attachment to the story, which then becomes the emotion. It's also saying that for some, I'm feeling that they are carrying this guilt or shame for not, performing or being able to do what, they usually do, or not being able to, just they feel like they're failing. And I feel like this is the queen telling you to stop, that you deserve rest, and that right now is a time of resting, but not just physical resting, but it's about going in deeper into who we are and who we think we are, the stories that we've told ourselves, looking at, again, like looking at the stories that was told to us by others, and then as we continue to play on those stories. And this is also asking you just to be more compassionate with yourself and with others right now, especially this time of year as we're moving into, Christmas. This is a time of year that brings in a lot more stress and anxiety for others. This is a time where others often, they do feel this sense of not being enough, not having enough, because, we're all there's so many of us, that we are going through this financial hardship in a way, and we want to do more, we want to give more. But this is asking you to also reevaluate that. Giving doesn't have to be monetary. Giving can be your time, can be, just doing something together, going for a cup of coffee, just sharing in a moment together. It can be, deciding like, hey, let's get together and like just watch a movie together, and, or come over, have dinner with us, something like that. Like there's different ways of showing your appreciation and love to someone without it having to be a monetary gain that then kind of breaks the bank or puts you in a spot of debt, right? There's always other ways of showing that love and appreciation, and also for yourself. This is what they're asking now, is that we need to stop looking at things, at life in this kind of physical, monetary kind of way, and go back to a sense of, it takes a village, right? And, creating that community, creating that village for yourself, and how you can all support each other. And not just because it's the holidays. It just feels that this is where things are moving as we step into 2026. It is about kind of looking back at a time when we were a village, where people took care of each other and supported each other, where, we did bartering, or, I don't have some eggs, but I have extra sugar. So how about I give you a cup of sugar and you give me 2 eggs? You know what I mean? Like, it's really asking us to reevaluate what is truly important, and how to make things work for each other, right? And it's not about what it looks like for others. Like I've said so many times, your life, how you live your life, what works for you isn't, a staff meeting. It is just between you and those involved in your life, and it needs to make sense to you guys, right? You don't need the approval of others. But yes, and this is also asking, I keep hearing the mother wound, but I also hear the father wound. So I feel too, like for those who maybe were brought up in a single family home, so they might be feeling something, or, again, too, from a divorced home. And I also feel that for those who were the single parent, they're struggling with they're struggling right now with feeling like they weren't enough, or that they made too many mistakes, or, that they wish they were better, or they wish they knew what they knew now. And all it keeps saying is that, okay, we can't change the past, and worrying about the future isn't going to help us either. So it's more about now. What can you do now? Right? Now you've learned what didn't work, right? Or things that you weren't proud of. So how do you move from that now? And who is it that you want to be? How do you want to show up for yourself and others? So this came out a lot longer than it was supposed to. It was just supposed to be a short, and we're into like past 6 minutes. So I guess it'll be a video. But that's all I'm getting for right now. Surrounding you all in love. I'm Reverend Arlene from Reverend Arlene Cadorna's ministry. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will chat soon.